Conor McGregor, you may or may not have raped that woman, but I know for a fact you raped me and everybody else who watched you fight on Saturday night. Now let's hop into the recap video.
We are
Postman MMA.
We carry the pulse. We're fighting the struggle with all of his toes.
I'm going to be recapping every single fight on UFC 329, from Gable Stevenson's one free nut shot of fight loophole victory over whoever he fought, to Paddy Pimblett's complete dismantling of BSD, all the way up until the fight of Conor McGregor. The Masonic curse strikes once again in the UFC. Alexander Acosta versus Cody Durden. Cody Durden dirds this one up. He was doing decent until the second round. Got his back taken. He was falling off of his triangle the whole time, but then he locked up the choke and it was over. It was a brutal neck crank too. This is not looking good for Cody Durden. Cody Durden is the definition of a win-one, lose-one, win-one, lose-two fighter. He's just always losing to random up-and-comers. You can't really consider him a gatekeeper because he doesn't guard the gate. He's more like a bouncer. He's more like a bouncer as opposed to a real gatekeeper. And then we have Ryan Gondra versus Zach Reese. Now, I have a bad habit of picking white UFC fighters to win if they look good. So Ryan Gondra was out there jiggling at range. You know, he was doing... And then Ryan Gondra genuinely hits him with a leaping hook. A leaping hook and shins him. He's out cold. The lights were on. Nobody's home. Just getting pounded to death. Fight stops it. It was a brutal Ryan Gondra win. He might be a problem. Then we have Farid Basharat. Farid Basharat loses to Ethan Using. John Garza genuinely took this dude to life or death. This was a banger fight. Garza was stuffing all of his takedowns. Basharat edges out round one, like they were almost even on the striking, even on the grappling deadlock. Basharat just landed a couple more sig strikes. Second round, Garza wins. Basharat doesn't even get close to a takedown. Round three, Basharat finally gets a takedown that he's been shooting the whole fight and wins based on control time. Ethan Ewing shows levels to this kid. Okay, go home, Basharat. Okay, go home. Okay, you lost to a nobody. You almost lost to a nobody. And Polymarket shut down the markets on this fight. They would not let me bet on Garza. It was ridiculous. Then we have Damian Penis. Big Penis comes out here. Big Penis, he threw a stiff right strike. Penis took a hard strike down the middle, okay? Right down the pipe. Almeida was again jiggling at range, old unk. Penis just hits him with just clips him. Barely just clips him. Right at the moment, lights off. Just dead. Completely dead. Lights off, dead. Then we have Wang Kong versus Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez, 2-3 years OnlyFans. 2-3 years OnlyFans. Learn how to check a leg kick. Joe Rogan was doing her leg's done. But her leg was actually done after the first round because she took 5 stiff kicks straight to the calf. It was brutal for her. Tracy Cortez, 2-3 years OnlyFans. Bye-bye, you suck. You have a Gooner MMA fan base. Nobody cares, okay? I was enjoying watching you get the shit kicked out of you, okay? She was just boom, Wang Kong. Uriah Faber has a harem of Chinese women that he has at Team Alpha Male. I don't know what's going on there, but I think he has Zhang Wei Li. I think he has a couple other Chinese fighters. He just loves Chinese people, and it's really wholesome when they get on the mic. They're like, "I'm so happy to win. I'm so happy. This is great day. Give me Valentina Shevchenko. She was really excited to take on Valentina Shevchenko. Feed her to her. I mean, I think Valentina wins, but with the takedown defense she showed, the thing about women in MMA is when they start learning a new martial art, Tracy Cortez is a grappler first. She starts trying to learn how to strike. Completely forgets. Once they learn one thing, they can't multitask. The other thing just goes completely out of their mind. So Tracy Cortez completely forgot how to grapple throughout the vast majority of this fight until the third round. And then it was already too late because she was getting pummeled. And she had no front leg. she kept trying to switch stances, but then she doesn't know how to do that either. So she would switch stances like, oh, I'm going to get you. And then she'd switch back to orthodox to throw a punch. It's like, you're not really switching stances there, Tracy, but whatever. I hate Tracy Cortez. All my homies hate Tracy Cortez. And then we have Luke Riley versus Kai Kamarka. Luke Riley had everybody singing, Paddy, the baddie. And in the audience, they're going, oh, ole, 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 ole. Ole, 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 ole. Luke Riley genuinely had an ole, ole, ole moment out here. Kai Kamarka, fight stopped on the feet. He's on jelly legs. Oh, oh. Luke Riley's just pummeling him. Fight's over. Game over. So, good win by Luke Riley. Feed him to, it's featherweight. Feed him to, what's his name? I forget. I'm a casual, guys. Hold on. Then we have Adriana Nunes just Cody Garbrandt comes out there. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. He's doing his Conor McGregor meme, but he actually dies like a man. Okay, Cody Garbrandt lights her out. Now it looked like an early stoppage, but right here, Cody Garbrandt bounces back after here. But Cody Garbrandt, the lights are on, but nobody is home. There is nobody in Cody Garbrandt's brain right now. He literally He looked like Benjamin Netanyahu sniped him. Like he got 360 no-scope by Benjamin Netanyahu when Yanez landed that strike. He went, oh. He woke back up, but he was out cold. Also, Cody Garbrandt tried to retire, but Dana White was like, no, bud. You still got 3 fights left in this contract, dude. We're going to milk whatever. Cody No Chin Garbrandt, we're milking whatever fanfare you still have left. Then we have Gable Stevenson, the loophole. He wins. Mark Goddard gives the patented 1 free nut shot per fight and takes the W. It was incredible. I made a tweet about this. He took advantage of the nut shot loophole, 1 free nut shot, crafty, grapist move. That's true, man. Gable Stevenson, the loophole, beats whoever the heck that was. Okay, nobody knows. I've been asking around. Nobody knows who Elijah Ellison is, and nobody will remember him after this day. But people are, whenever Gable Stevenson ends his career, they're going to be like, Elijah Ellison? Who does that to Elijah Ellison, man? Elijah Ellison was a monster, man. He took him out. Like they're going to be padding his resume like they pan Habib's, like some random generated when you're like 50 years into a UFC my career, and like Elijah Ellison pops up and he's like an 89 overall. He's fighting you for the championship. That's how people are going to be talking about Elijah Ellison. He was a monster on the feet, man. You don't want to. Who does that to Elijah Ellison? Okay, Gable Stevenson was actually not doing that well in this fight. It looked like he was about to gas out if it went to a second round. I'm not going to lie. Elijah Ellison was clipping him on the back. It took him like 10 to 12 good strikes to really get Elijah out of there, and he really didn't use his grappling that much. So it was a little confusing performance. Robert Whittaker versus Nikita Krylov. I thought Krylov was going to win this fight, but Robert Whittaker literally, he did the meme where he spins the person's jaw around. He broke his jaw off of his face. It's one of the most brutal finishes I've ever seen. Robert Whittaker, as you can see in this image, looks plotted. He looks fat. He did the I'm going to bulk up to light heavyweight. He didn't Paulo Costa light heavyweight bulk. He just went, I'm going to eat food. Okay, he just ate food. He blobbed up. He's an Uso blob. He ate too many Vegemite sandwiches, but it worked. I mean, lighter man skill literally took his face off. Nikita Krylov tries to close his jaw, but he realizes that he can't, and it hurts. And this is bad for Robert Whittaker because in his last fight, he also got his jaw broken off of his face. So if you get your jaw broken off, you might be able to break somebody's jaw off. That's the new. If Hamzat breaks your jaw, you'll break your next opponent's jaw. Then we have King Green versus Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney, I hate you. I hate you so. I hate you so much. It's almost incomprehensible. I have a burning fury for Terrence McKinney. He had King Green on the ropes. He was rocking King Green. He was literally, okay? And then King Green lands a glazing liver shot. Like, it just goes like, pew. And then Terrence McKinney is done. It's a little bit of an early stoppage. I wish they would have let it go to the second round, but the exact same thing would have happened. Terrence McKinney is a golf tee. but he's a titanium steel hammer. Okay, he's a golf tee, but he's a titanium steel hammer. But if you hit that golf tee with a rubber mallet on wood, it just explodes. Okay, he's the titanium hammer, but the golf tee nail. Okay, that's the cold hard truth about Terrence McKinney. Come on, dude. Okay, he did his Golden Freddy thing. You know that edit where it's like Terrence McKinney, he's like, I was on the train tracks. It's like the XX Tentacion song.
You ever woke up on the train track when the motherfucking clothes on? That before you watch, you praying to God, but ain't no.
And then he comes back up. In the beginning of the round, he was literally Golden Freddy, but prime. Okay, not broken Golden Freddy, killer Golden Freddy. Okay, he bite of 87. He had King Green in the bite of 87, and King Green just lands a glazing body shot, and it's fight over. So whatever. Average Terrence McKinney fight. Either he dies or his opponent dies. That's just how it is. Kill or be killed with Terrence McKinney. Then we have Brendan Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. Loner Kavanaugh had a great performance here. Oh, ignore that. Great performance. I honestly don't remember much of this fight. It was a good fight, though. It was one of the better fights on the card. Brendan Royval couldn't really get the takedowns going. They were back and forth the whole fight. Then he takes the back, and once he got the thing under the chin, Daniel Cormier was going, "Oh, that's tight! Joe, that's tight!" And Joe was like, "Oh, it's so tight!" And then it took like a minute and 30 seconds. Whenever Joe Rogan or DC says a choke is tight, I let my breath go out. I'm like, okay, we got a couple more minutes for Loner Kavanaugh. We had an Anglo-Saxon victory to start the fight night. We had an Anglo-Saxon loss. But then, after this fight, this was, in my opinion, the best fight on the card. Okay, can we stop? Can we stop, please? Mario Baptista versus Corey Sandhagen. Best fight on the card by far. It was back and forth the whole fight. Corey Sandhagen may have edged out the first round, but I think Mario Baptista got him on that leg lock. It looked like he tore his ACL, and I think Corey Sandhagen literally faked a torn ACL. I can't confirm, but it looked like he faked it because he came out limping, and then round 2 he was up throwing kicks. What happened there, bud? I don't know. That would be such a Corey Sandhagen move. You know, he like had an asset tablet. He said, "What if I get into a leg lock and I pretend like I break my tear my ACL?" That would be such a Corey Sandhagen move. He gets dropped. Corey Sandhagen gets dropped more in fights against bad strikers. Well, Mario Baptista isn't a bad striker. He's a decent enough striker, but he isn't like Peter Yan level. He isn't like Sean O'Malley level. But he got dropped by Mario Baptista and Merab Dvalishvili. Like, I think it's just the threat of the takedown gets in his head. It was a good fight. Third round definitively goes to Mario Baptista. Second round, Corey Sandhagen. First round, Mario Baptista just edges him out with that little leg lock submission at the end. Then we have Patty the Baddie. You know, the ole ole ole. French casuals are in the gutters after this one. Patty Plymouth just takes him down, puts him in a brutal submission. Okay, here's what I want to talk about. So somebody said how MFs think Patty is going to do BSD. Gets him, and I kid you not, this was made before the fight. It was the exact same submission. And the worst part is Benoit tapped and still went out. He tapped and still went out. That's the most embarrassing. I'm not an MMA fighter. I don't fight MMA. But if I tapped and still went out cold, if I French surrendered and still went out cold, it would be over. And I wanted Benoit to win because I'm Anglo-Saxon, but I'm also a French casual. My last name is Vivret. Okay, my last name is Vivret. I'm a pretty French guy myself, but Benoit has killed people. Patty Pimlet is just fat. But Patty Pimlet killed Benoit. I mean, there isn't really much to say. It looked like Benoit had him rocked like a teeny bit, but Benoit was like, "Oh, let me just shoot a double leg." Patty pulls the ghillie, keeps on the ghillie. He doesn't give up on the ghillie. He's good at jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt. He's a real black belt too. He doesn't give up on the guillotine. A lot of people say guillotines can't work in MMA, but what Patty did was he didn't give up his position. Look right here. Look, he never gives up his position because when people pull gillies in MMA, they always go to their back. He never went to his back. He kept up. He kept standing. He didn't let him take him down from the guillotine. He actually went through the guillotine, got his legs over, and it was brutal. Like once his legs were over, it was game over for Benoit. I almost feel bad for him, but not really. Sorry. Speaking Muppet language or whatever the hell. Then we have, I'm not even going to say fight of the night, disappointment of the night. Conor, the notorious McGregor, glass bones, paper skin. Now I'm a casual, okay? Back in Conor's prime, I was literally like 9 years old, okay? I wanted an experience of prime Conor McGregor, okay? I had people like Adam telling me this guy was going to come out there and you're going to see prime Conor McGregor. He's going to be out there in karate stance. Conor McGregor does a crafty move. So on this first jump, as you can see, he tears his ACL. Okay, he throws a jumping switch kick, tears his ACL. He's down. He's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm Benjamin Netanyahu's top guy. What am I gonna do? Okay, he's down. He gets the power of he throws that thing, and then the power of Hitler genuinely compels him to get back up. Where does it happen? Where does it happen? Okay, I can't find it. Oh, it's probably right here. Yeah, so he threw the first switch kick to start the fight. And then he throws another one! The exact same kick. What did you think was going to happen, Conor McGregor? You think you were going to untear your ACL with the exact same kick? Okay? You thought you were going to untear your ACL? That's not how it works, Conor. Because you can see on his face when he falls down on the first one, he lands awkwardly. He's like, I'm going to throw this again. What are you doing? Prime Conor McGregor, I'm convinced he was a myth. I have no evidence that he actually existed now. Okay, people have been telling me he existed. I don't know if he existed because he was locked in. He was talking about Christ the whole fight week. He got on there with Ariel Helwani's like, "Oi, Conor, what?" The thing about Ariel is, dude, every interview, Ariel's like, "What kind of money is the UFC offering you, Conor? What kind of money is the UFC offering you? Are you getting paid interest on your contract?" You know, and Conor's just like, "I'm locked in. I'm coming in here. I'm focused. I'm going to beat the brakes off of this kid." And Ariel just ignores. He's like, "What kind of money are you getting on your contract, Conor?" Like, just a little Jewish rat, dude. You always got to bring it back to money. Okay, that's the Ariel Ronnie rant. But in fairness, Conor McGregor doing this, it led to Sean Strickland reposting my meme on his story. So I sacrificed. I also got Groyper cursed. Nick said that he didn't condone. He didn't watch MMA, and I said, Nick, I have to disavow you. Okay, let me find it. Let me find it. Hold up. Okay, everybody hold on. We're skipping through. Okay, so Nick says,
I sent $100. Since you're Irish, are you tuning in to see the GOAT McGregor make his comeback tomorrow?
No, I wasn't planning on it. I don't really watch UFC, so probably not, but I'm rooting for him.
Fallon Merck sent $50. If you were serious about us all,
Because he's a rapist.
Fallon.
you see, that really says it all right there. So I say, I had to disavow him for him not watching MMA, not the last part. And then the Groyper curse actually caused Conor to blow out his ACL. So I accidentally caused Conor. Conor got Groyper cursed. He was out of his control. Nick actually liked this tweet, by the way. Nick, me and Nick, best friends on X. You know, it's whatever. But I accidentally caused Conor to lose this fight. My bad, guys. My bad. Then we had... Yep, this is how we all thought the fight was going to go. This is how we thought the fight was going to go. This is how we thought it was going to go. As you can see, Conor had some stiff knees here, okay? But I'd like to say, the 33rd fight, Masonic Curse Strikes, this was Max Holloway's 33rd fight. Justin Gaethje had his 33rd fight last card, and just so happened they both win in surprising fashions. And surprising, a quit on the stool for Ilia Topuria after Justin Gaethje put rocks in his gloves. People forget, man, Justin Gaethje literally put rocks in his gloves. What was sticking out of his gloves? That was too much padding. Okay, that was way too much padding. But if you're looking for a soul, okay, this isn't sponsored by gambling, okay, I'm not bought out by Big Guru Beanie, okay, I run my own, I help run a bookstore, it's called theritebooks.com, use code POST at checkout. If you're a modern chud in search of a soul after this fight night, if you lost all your money on Poly Market, buy this book, okay, buy Modern Man and much more on theritebooks.com using code POST at checkout. This video started off as a meme. It'll probably get like 500 views, but I'm happy. Okay, I put effort into this. I thought some of the bits were funny. Let me know if you guys want me to make more YouTube videos, if you want me to make them casual like this, whatever I want. Okay, I'll make a YouTube video on whatever you guys want. I don't mind. I'll do Juice Slop. I'll do a banned books tier list or something. We'll do some Juice Slop. Don't worry. We'll get Juice Slop. We'll get MMA. We're going to be like this is going to be a Postman specific. This is going to be a Postman specific thing we got going on here. Okay, this is just going to be for me. Okay, my super ultra mega fans. Okay, but that was the McGregor fight night. I hate you, Conor McGregor. You raped me and you raped everybody else who watched this fight.